Hi friends, welcome back to the channel Jane Reads, or welcome if this is your first time. My name is Jeanette and today is Monday, May the 4th, and I am just getting ready to leave work, and I thought I would kick this off for this week's vlog in a different setting than normal because I'm currently in the office alone. My pastor is out sweeping the parking lot with the big toy sweeper. He's having a lot of fun. And so I just thought I would have a different setting rather than just inside my house. Why not? This morning, I started listening to the audiobook of Among the Innocent by Mary Alford. I read the prologue and chapter 1. That first chapter was pretty long, and wow, I am already invested of what happened and what is going on, because something happens 10 years ago and now it seems to be that killer is back and they thought it was somebody else 10 years ago. Like, what? And so we've got an Amish community and the local police somebody is from the Amish community is now with the local police. So they're kind of going back to their home. It seems like it's going to be an emotional ride for sure. This I will also be listening or reading physically as well as audio, so I can switch back and forth. So this will be the one book I will be focusing on for the next few days. We will see. It is warm. The sun is shining, so I'm hoping when I get home that I can sit on the deck. We will see. Is it warm enough for me? I don't know. I mean, I have long sleeves on because it's not that warm outside, so we will see. So I was able to sit on the deck and read a little bit, and this is going quickly now. It's weird how the audio felt slow, but as I'm reading, it felt quickly, which is really strange because I do have the audio sped up to 2 as well, but whatever. So I'm on page 72, chapter 4, and I am very, very invested in what's going on. Leah has a stalker, and somebody from 10 years ago is back when they thought they had the person. So yeah, but I had to come inside. I had to get supper ready. We're having really just a mix because we had some leftovers, but it wasn't quite enough. So I'm throwing some chicken in the oven, like some popcorn chicken, like chicken strips in the oven. But yeah, I'm very invested. I want to sit down and read, but it also got too windy outside. It's nice, but my hair was flying all over my pages. I had to really hold the book open so that the pages wouldn't fly on me as I was trying to read that page. So yeah, that's how it's going. I am getting ready to head to bed, but look at that. I'm at 48% according to my audiobook. I have been reading, not listening, but yeah, I'm so invested in this story. This evening I did get my Wednesday video uploaded. I filmed a video. I created a thumbnail for one of the videos and for the reading sprints that I'm doing tomorrow night. And then I made plans for a future video. So it was a very productive evening in addition to reading. And of course, I watched some hockey in between that. Of course I did. So I'm heading to bed now. I've taken a pause. I've made it to chapter 10, page 144. And I really want to keep reading, but it's almost midnight, so I need to go to bed. That's it for now. It is Tuesday now after work, and I came home from work and put a sweater on over top of my long sleeve because it's chilly out again. And it was raining when I came home. Can we please have some warm weather? It was nice yesterday. I could sit on the deck for a bit. It was windy, but I could sit on the deck. And now I'm I need to go. I'm tired of being cold. So I have continued reading Among the Innocent by Mary Alford. I am now on chapter 12, page 173, and I am so invested in the story of what's going on. I really like Leah, but it was funny because at one point, something is left with the initials of L and J. And it's kind of like a taunting. It's left for a taunting. And I'm like, okay, I know who the J is. Who's the L? Wait, what's her name? It was like, oh, duh, it's Leah is the main character. I could think of the guy's name, Dalton, but I could not think of her name. That's funny. Yeah, so I don't want to tell you anything about this, but I am really enjoying it and really invested in it. So during sprints tonight, I'm hoping to read, but I also want to do my nails tonight because they're starting to chip. And because we have company coming tomorrow, staying for a couple nights, I'm like, I don't think I'll be able to do them. So I want to do that. So I'm going to try to get that done before sprints. We'll see. I also have a video I want to get edited because, again, we have company, so I won't be able to edit. Yeah, so we will see what happens. So our nephew is coming to stay with us for a couple nights because he's coming down to the area for school. He's got an in-class session for a few days, so he's coming to stay with us while he does those. So yeah, it just kind of throws off our schedule a little bit, but it will be great to see him. So yeah. Okay, so I'm not going to read. I'm going to do my nails and I'm going to start editing and see how much I can get done before sprints start. What time is it? I'm in our room, so I couldn't look at my clock because if you've watched The Answer Can't Be Books, you know why I don't look at my clock. So it is almost 6:30. Sprint started at 8, so I have an hour and a half. Let's see how much I can get done. I'm doing sprints, and I am so close to being done. I think I'm going to stay up and finish. I think. Okay, I've ended sprints, and I have moved to my comfy chair, and I'm on page 259 of 295. And it is 11:24 right now. Can I finish this before midnight? Well, I finished and it is 11:56. So just before midnight. I will talk more about it tomorrow once I've kind of pieced my thoughts together. And then I get to scratch the 26 and 26 card. Yeah, but I was so invested in the story. So invested. But now I need to go to bed. It is Wednesday after work now, and while we are waiting for our nephew to arrive for supper, I thought I would update you on Among the Innocent by Mary Alford. I finished this late last night because I stayed up to finish because I could not put it down. It is romantic suspense. We are following Leah, who is now a police officer, and there has been a murder that has happened in an Amish community and kind of takes Leah back 10 years ago to when she was Amish and her family was killed. And is the same killer back, or is this somebody else? Like, what's going on? And I was so invested in the storyline, so invested. Like, who is behind this? What's their motive? How do they connect to Leah? Like, what is going on? And I did not want to put it down because I was just so invested in it. And I really felt for the young girls that are getting roped into this and so innocent that are being fooled by this not great person. And why? Like, what is their motive behind it? What is their purpose? And I really, really liked that. I wasn't a big fan of the romance. Like, I liked it, but I could have done without it too. Like, it was like, whatever. it didn't bother me either way about it. I just was so invested in the mystery. And could they stop this person in time before somebody else dies? We do get perspective from the villain, so we know a bit of their mindset and what's going on, but we don't know everything or why, right? Like, I was so invested. I'm not going to tell you my final rating of it because it is a 5-star prediction. So I read this for my May prompt of a 5-star prediction, and I really, really enjoyed it. I will definitely be picking up the sequel to this. I'm pretty sure it's only a novella, but I will definitely be picking it up because it follows a character that is mentioned in this book and might fill in some of the gaps or kind of answer some questions for the main characters in this book. Maybe, I'm hoping. I don't know for sure, just based on what I've read about, like with the description of what that book's about. I'm pretty sure it will. I hope so. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. I highly recommend, and it kept my interest the whole way through. And this was a 26 and 26 book, which means I have a scratch card and a sticker to place on my board. I still want to call it a bingo board, but no. So we are going to tilt the camera down so that I can scratch this and figure out where it goes. I'm still holding out for this one. Maybe? I don't know. Let's find out. Okay, so I have the card here. Let's scratch. Nope, but, ooh. So it's number 2. And number 2 is right up here. So we're getting closer. Okay, so I need a 9 and a 3 now. Well, it was not 9, but it was a 2, which means I've got a 3 that would also complete a line. So now I have 2 spots that are very likely to complete a line. Well, 2 spots that will definitely complete a line. So I'm more likely to get these numbers than these numbers. Maybe? I don't know. So I realized I could grab the card. So for the next book that I started this morning is also a 26 and 26 book. And I have started Under the Tulip Tree by Michelle Shocklee. This is historical fiction set in 1936, I think is where I am. I feel like there might be more than one timeline in this, but right now there's been 2, but I don't think I'd really count the one because we have our main character who I cannot think of her name. The stock market has just crashed. It's 1932? 31? I can't remember. Then it jumps to 1936, and where we're still following that same character and kind of living during the Depression and what's going on, right? And I'm only a couple chapters into it because I just started this morning. I haven't actually read any since I've been home. But yeah, that is the book that I will be continuing, and I'm excited because it's a 26 and 26 book, which means maybe it's a 3 or a 9. I don't know. Stay tuned. Okay, for supper tonight, we're having the mini meatloaves. So we've got half a cup of water, a box of stovetop dressing, a pound of ground beef, and Andrew is going to be my hands and mix this up. And then we're gonna put them in some mini meatloaf tins, put it in the oven at 350 for 25 minutes is what I usually do. Okay, so the 3 ingredients get added together and Andrew's gonna have fun.
This looks delicious.
And then he's going to evenly divide it between the 4 tins. Okay, so he's got them divided. Then I've just topped them with barbecue sauce, and I'm going to spread them out, just kind of all around the top. And as I said, it will go in the oven. It is Thursday now, and I'm just getting ready to make supper. I'm waiting for the text that he is leaving the school. I'm hungry. I have been listening to Under the Tulip Tree, and I have it on my Kindle as well. So I was tandem reading it just now, actually. And I am really enjoying the story, but wow, it is a heavy story talking about slavery. And so it's a white girl who's 22 interviewing a lady that is 101, a black lady, about her time as a slave. And wow, the things she has gone through. I am 44% in so far, and I am so invested. After work today, I went and got a haircut, so it's kind of nicely trimmed up. So I'm just getting ready to make supper. And tonight we are having spicy sausage and bow tie pasta. I know that's not the real pasta name for it, but that's what I call it. So I will show you the completed once it's done. I think I've done this before in a vlog, but let me share the recipe. So it says penne pasta, but I don't use penne. I use the bow tie. So if you want to pause to get the recipe, you can. But yeah, as I said, I will show you when it is completed.
Whatever's next in the recipe book, kind of thing. Go to step. There we go. 1 point. Yeah. That's all I get. I get 1 turn. 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 6. There we go, another point.
The sun is shining. It's not that cold. I mean, I have a coat on, but it's not chilly. And it's Friday afternoon. Might be leaving work about 45 minutes later than my normal end day, or end time, but that's okay. It's the weekend. Well, I've made it to my car on a Friday afternoon, just ready to head home. And I just thought I would give you a quick update on my reading, because I haven't done much update in the last couple days with having company in the evening. So I'm reading and listening to Under the Tulip Tree by Michelle Shocklee. I am 64% in, and I am so invested in the story. This slave story of Miss Washington, like what she's experienced and gone through over the course of her life, is really keeping me intrigued and feeling for her and the things she's experienced. And then the prejudice that the mother of the girl that's interviewing. Wow, her name just slipped me. The girl that's interviewing Miss Washington for her story. So her mother, why can I not think of her name, is really prejudiced and doesn't like her 22-year-old daughter being in the black area of town, the no good area of town. And I'm like, wow, it doesn't feel like she should associate with those people. And it's kind of like, really? But her grandmother is really supporting her, and I really like her. I wish I could think of the main character's name now. It has just totally slipped my mind. And there is a guy that she is interacting with that is kind of her chauffeur as part of the job. And I'm really liking him, but we don't really know much about his story. And I'm intrigued because like we know that he doesn't believe in God, but why is he so opposed to it? And we're learning that Miss Washington was opposed to God and then came to know and love God. And so I'm really enjoying this so far. So I hope to keep reading that, and I hope to finish it this weekend. It is Saturday, yay! And I slept in this morning, watched a bit of YouTube, and now it is 12:15. No, it's not. It's 11:15. And I was just looking at my phone to see what time it was. And Andrew has gone off to Costco to look for some summer tires. And I'm like, go, have fun. I don't care about tires. Well, last night I stayed up a little bit too late, but I mean, I had a nap on the couch after supper, so that's why I could stay up. And I finished Under the Tulip Tree by Michelle Shocklee. And it is a 26 and 26 book, so we're going to get to scratching, and I'm hopeful because now I have 2 spots where I could complete a line. So could it be number 3 or could it be number 9? I'm very hopeful. But before we get to scratching, let me tell you my thoughts on the book. Okay, so it is a dual timeline story. 1937, we are following Lorena Leland. I'm like, what was her last name? It was 2 L's, but most people call her Rena. And she is 22 years old, dreams of being a writer, and gets a job interviewing former African American slaves for a Freedom Writers Project, I think is what it was called. So it's during the Depression. Her life has changed drastically since the stock market crashed. And she ends up going to Hell's Half Acre to interview a bunch of former slaves. She meets Frankie Washington, who was 101 years old. And Frankie starts telling her about her life in growing up in slavery and leading to freedom and now. So then it goes back to the 1860s when Frankie is a really young girl and starts like what she experienced and when she was sold to a new owner and another owner after that, and kind of through the Confederate War and leading to no longer like slavery being abolished. And I was so invested in Frankie's story. I didn't really connect with Rena. I struggle with her. We do see, especially her mother is so prejudiced and doesn't want her daughter going to this area of town or interacting with the African Americans and stuff. And I've struggled with the father, kind of just, I don't know, the change didn't feel realistic to me. That we see happens or get told happen. He's really a background character, but we're told one thing and then something happens and starts leading to something. He acts differently, and I'm like, really? After so many years, all of a sudden, I don't know. It just didn't feel realistic to me. I did enjoy like Rena's growth and her realizing what she learned about slavery in the school was like surface level and didn't really like her eyes were open to what slavery was really like. I really enjoyed that aspect. It was hard to read what Frankie went through, and there was a strong Christian, wow, why was that so hard to say? A Christian message in this, with Frankie just really like not wanting anything to do with God, which was totally understandable based on her circumstances, right? And then over time, kind of starting to learn and realize and kind of really grow in God, I really, really enjoyed. I was totally here for Frankie's story. Overall, I'm giving this book 4 stars because I did really connect and I learned a lot throughout the story. And I loved the Christian message that was throughout it. My phone was sliding. I love the Christian message that was throughout it. I just didn't connect with Rena or Rena's side of the story or family side. The present day, the 1937 side just didn't feel as realistic maybe as it really was in that time period. And Rena kind of bothered me a little bit. I really liked how she really wanted to learn, but then when something happens, she takes on these sins of other people and feels really guilty for something that like generations prior did. You shouldn't take on sins of other people and feel so like, yes, you're realizing that it was wrong. Like, I liked that she felt guilty on that aspect, but she was so emotional about it. It was like, wow. Like, but I mean, I realized she was also really young. I think it would have been different if it was like a 30, 40-year-old finding out things, and maybe it wouldn't have been as. So maybe that's why, because like she's 20 years younger than I am. And so, actually more, but that's okay. So yeah, I think that was the aspect. I just didn't connect with Rena the way I would have liked to. I really liked Frankie, and it was so hard to hear what she had went through, but like the things she's experienced and overcome and come out of, I really enjoyed her. So yeah, it's a 4-star read for me. So let's go to the overhead, scratch the card, see if I complete the spot. Okay, here we are at the board. As I mentioned, I have 2 spots. So number 3 and a number 9 is what I would like to see. But I have all these other spots, so we'll see what happens. I have my quarter with the queen. I have the scratch card, and I have my sticker there. Let's scratch. Do you know what number that is? Huh, Andrew, which way is it? Doesn't matter because I've already used 6. We're going with number 9. It finally happened. It happened. It happened. Yay. I finally completed this line, and it was number 9, the one that had been empty for so long. Well, it felt like so long. I don't know exactly how long it's been, but it felt like so long. So now that I've completed a line, it means I can pay regular price for a book. And I've been saying it was going to be Hope Harbor by Irene Hannon. Will that be the book that I buy? I don't know yet. I don't know. That's still really, I think that one's really still at the top of my list. Is there another new release? Let me look at my new release section that's come out since then. Or coming, ooh. There is Silent Menace by Angela Carlisle that comes out on the 19th of this month. Oh, but I don't own, do I? No. I do not own book 2 of that series. I have read it, but I don't own it. And Silent Menace is book 3. Whereas the Hope Harbor series, I own all the series. The only one I don't own is the newest one that came out in April. So I think it's still at the top of my list. We'll see. Because that is really the one right now. It's between those two. We'll have to see. I am going book shopping, not today, soon, in the next couple weeks. So I will definitely be buying one of these books, or buying a brand new book. Not a used book, a brand new book. Okay, I don't know what it's gonna be. Okay, stay tuned for that. So today is Saturday, as I mentioned, and I don't plan on leaving the house. I think it is a good day to read a book. However, I don't know how much reading I'll get done because I have a lot of plans for today. And I don't know what book I'm going to start next. I need to look at my list and see, because my May TBR is still quite long, so we'll see. I do have Raging Waters on audio out from the library, so that might be the one I start. But because I only have the arc of Raging Waters, it would be really hard for me to flip from the audio to reading it physically and back because the arc is not set up on chapter format, so you can't just automatically move to the chapter. And I can't get the book on my Kindle or from the library because it is currently checked out on both spots where it's available. So I'm like, I don't know yet. Then I also have the audio of Dear Miss Lake. Dear Mrs. Bird is book 1. Dear Miss Lake by A.J. Pierce. But I don't know if that will be that one. I can switch back and forth because it's also available on Kindle Unlimited. So maybe, or it's the weekend. Do I just start a book I only have physically Kindle / like to read, not audio? So I'm going to think about that. But plans for today are to edit at least one video. Maybe film and edit another video. We'll see if that gets done. I want to clean my makeup brushes. I want to reorganize my desk drawers because I bought these a few weeks ago, so I'd like to reorganize the drawers. We do have to sit down and pay bills at some point today, but that will be when Andrew gets home. I'd like to organize our games. I watched Krista's video yesterday of her organizing the games, and I'm like, I've been thinking about that for a while because we have a game sitting on the floor of the shelf because it won't fit on the shelves. So we need to go through, and we've talked about going through and getting rid of some, but again, that's a wait for Andrew project because he will have some opinions about some of those games as well. So we'll see. That's really the major plans for today. I mean, really editing. I really should update my reading journal as well. I need to get some reviews written and I need to print off some stickers because I haven't printed any stickers for my own. So, but I don't know if that'll be a today thing or not. Editing is my first priority because while the video is exporting on my computer, I can start working on other stuff, right? So that is my first priority. Okay, I will check in a bit later.
Got some goodies.
Okay, how exciting. Toilet paper. Personally, that's not a very exciting goodie, but it is a needed item.
Water.
Again, kind of needed, depending. I'm holding a glass of water right now, actually, and it's really cold in my hand. Okay, that's more of a fun goodie.
That's cereal.
That's my cereal.
That was hard to find.
Really?
Yep, it was at the end of the aisle instead of in the middle. Salt to go with your water.
Yeah, not really.
No? Okay.
Those two items do not go together. It is softener salt for the water softener, but that is not bottled water.
That's it.
And what's in your cooler?
Nothing, because they didn't have the cheese.
What?
Yeah, I know.
Are you kidding me?
Nope.
What are we gonna do?
We're gonna have to go buy some. Where else? They had 2 different kinds of cheese, but they didn't. There wasn't.
They didn't have the red.
There wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't the red one.
I don't like that. I can't believe we don't have any cheese.
I know, cheese is important to us, isn't it?
Well, to one of us. Okay, now Andrew gets to put the stuff away, and I'm gonna go make lunch. We are having tacos. Okay, so here are my desk drawers that are under the table. And really, it's this drawer that I want to reorganize. And possible this drawer. The other drawers I'm pretty happy with. And then just a bunch of punches. I actually don't use these anymore, but I haven't decided what to do with them. And then the last drawer is just random boxes of stuff. Okay, so I'm going to empty this drawer out and see if I can reorganize adding these guys in to kind of make it a little bit neater. Okay, so that is better. And I got the long ones up here, and I prefer them here because they match with the handle, so they're not sticking up past, so you're not hitting them when you go to open. And then here's the other drawer. The computer stuff, refill for label maker, refill for my tape gun, more computer stuff, refills for my printer, notepad or sticky notes, and my writing utensils, markers and stuff. And then I didn't really change this one much. It worked. I just moved our extra package of more scissors down here. And again, I didn't really change anything. I just add the what are they called? Cotton rounds there. And because this was empty when I went through my nail polishes, I added like just the extra packets of sticky notes that were hiding behind stuff so I can see them. And yeah, I've already overflowed. And then I didn't change the last two at all. Well, the book I decided to start was Yukon Wilderness Evidence by Darlene L. Turner. I only have this in physical, and I figured since it was the weekend, I didn't really need an audiobook. We'll see how long that lasts. And I decided to go with this one because it's a 26 and 26 book, and it will complete a series. I don't remember what the series name is. Does it say inside it? It does not say on here, but I do know it's a series, and I did not read this series in order. This is book 5 of a 6-book series. So I thought, let's complete this series and get it done. Plus, as I said, it's a 26 and 26, so I would be able to scratch another card once it's done. It is just over 200 pages, 204 pages, and I'm only 3 chapters in so far. And it has action right from the beginning. And it seems like it's going to be a second chance romance. And it seems like the main characters are a botanist who has been brought in to examine some plants and stuff at a crime scene, and a paramedic. So that's different. So we'll see. So that is what I'm going to read. Now, it is Saturday evening. I am going to close out the vlog here for the week because tomorrow is our 23rd wedding anniversary and I don't want to film and I just want to get this video wrapped up. So that's what we're going to do. So this week I read Among the Innocent by Mary Alford. I really enjoyed this one, but as I said, I wasn't giving you my final rating because it's a 5-star prediction. And then I also read Under the Tulip Tree by Michelle Shocklee, which I also really enjoyed and gave it 4 stars. And I've just barely started this one, as I said. And overall, it was a pretty good week. I did sprints on Tuesday night. We had a nephew stay with us for Wednesday and Thursday night. So we visited with him each evening. Yeah, it's been a pretty good week. Let's see what next week brings. I want to thank you for taking the time to watch this video today, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.